What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to another brand new show, second new show of the day. This is Seirei Gensouki, Spirit Chronicles, first episode titled Memory of the Previous Life. For some reason, Crunchyroll does not list that first episode title. I don't know if that's just because they haven't updated it yet, because I am watching this pretty much as soon as it came out. I've shifted my schedule a lot so that I'm actually watching these episodes pretty much as soon as they are available on streaming services. So maybe things like episode titles being missing or things like that are going to be more common now. I don't know. Or they just didn't give a title for this one. No idea. But yeah. If you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal-based anime. This is day 5 of the new season, right? 1, 2, 3. I just said it, but yes, this is day 5 of the new summer season. Second new show of the day after Uramichi, and oh my god, Uramichi was so good. And so when we start a new show like this, what I like to do is I like to load up the AniList page and take a look at the synopsis, the tags, the VA cast, etc. to get a feel for the show before we head into it. Whilst this isn't a particularly busy day, since we're going to only have 3 main shows coming out today, with To Your Eternity returning next week, I don't really need to cut down on shows in today's time slot, but still, I'm not going to watch shows that I'm not really feeling or not really getting into as a premise, so all the information I can get about it before heading in is appreciated without obviously spoiling the story, hence why we just leave it as synopsises. That they usually spoil a little bit of the first episode, but I'm okay with that because it's not so much what happens in the first episode that I'm interested in, it's how it's executed. Because it's knowing what's going to happen, but still being surprised by how it happened, that's a mark of a good show. If it's very predictable in how it's going to obtain what it wants to do, then I'm starting to have issues with it. That's kind of my thinking on the whole synopsis front. I know not a lot of people think you should go in as blind as possible for a show, and I agree. Going blind into certain shows is absolutely necessary in some instances. This is just how I have to do it based on how I run the channel and how I've always have done it based on how I used to find shows to watch when I wasn't doing seasonal stuff and just watching backlogs of shows, so just kind of stuck, really. If you don't want to see any of this stuff, you can go to the reaction start, either by going to the timestamp in the description, or you can go on the actual YouTube timeline bar and see it segmented if you're on PC, or I don't know if any other platforms actually enable that yet. I don't know if mobile has it, I don't think it does, or if console or TV has it. So anyway, go load up AniList here. Meet Rio, a callous, orphaned boy living in the slums. At only 7 years old, he realizes he's actually a reincarnation of Haruto Amakawa, a Japanese university student with a tragic past. While still reeling from this shocking epiphany, Rio also comes to learn that he possesses extremely potent magical abilities and uses his new powers to solve the kidnapping case of a little girl. His good deed is acknowledged, and he's rewarded by being enrolled into a prestigious academy for noble children, apparently. So yeah, Isekai show. You know, I like my isekais, that's fairly common. We've got Masaoka as our main boy. Okay. Other than that, I don't actually recognize many of this VA cast. I do recognize Kaede Hondo because she's Kaede from Bo 3. That one kind of just was easy to remember. I'm fairly certain she's been in more stuff as well recently, but I just don't remember off the top of my head. This is by TMS Entertainment and WoW World. TMS Entertainment have done a bunch of stuff. What recently we watched? Dr. Stone Wars we recently watched. Rent a Girlfriend we watched, and they'll be doing Season 2 next year. That's in the... I think that was meant to be a winter show, but it might not be winter. It might have delayed it, I don't remember. I could have sworn that was meant to be a winter show. But yeah, Dr. Stone, Fruits Basket. The reason why I dropped Fruits Basket is not because of the quality of the show, or not because I wasn't enjoying it. There's other reasons behind that maybe one day we'll get back to. And then WoW World, I have no idea what they do in particular. I don't know what they're involved in all these shows. Because of this one, Kotobuki, it's a short spin-off. It's released on the game app. Part of me wants to think it might be to do with CG work, but I really don't know what involvement they have beyond that. I can only guess, but TMS Entertainment, I'm assuming, is the main studio behind this, at least. But yeah, Isekai, Harem, Magic, Superpower. Fairly generic sounding, fairly generic looking, I must say, as well, just based on this, fairly generic looking, I suppose. Yeah, we've got magic circles, all the good stuff. Seems like your average isekai. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I enjoy isekai stories. I enjoy the basics of them. I just wonder how it's going to keep me interested, really, more than anything. And the overall quality of it as well, to see, again, just can it keep me engaged with it? Because that's all it has to do, it just has to keep me engaged. It doesn't have to be, like, super fantastic out there, it just has to keep my attention, basically. And I like to think that I give shows more attention than sometimes they deserve. But I guess we'll see with this one. Loading the episode up here. As per usual, these are timer-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, therefore the anime itself and me on the screen at the same time, you need to go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho G, which we're doing the specials of this week, and then hopefully moving on to Season 3, as well as Lock Horizon Season 2, which should be following after this some point today. That's not the new home for Lock Horizon. It will be moving again, I think. Unless this show is kind of just mediocre, I might drop this one and put Lock Horizon there instead. But for now, Lock Horizon is going to be today. It might be different next week, so be prepared for that one. And then, yeah. What else? Yeah, so since we're on YouTube, these are timer-based. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you cite episode, I cite episode, and we should be in sync. We are watching this one on Crunchyroll, since they're the ones who have licensed this series. No logos or anything to begin with, we're just going to fade into the episode from black by the looks of things. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the first episode of Spirit Chronicles, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. I think we're still in the modern world. Moving. Probably doesn't have a choice, I mean, he's a kid, so... Childhood promise of it. Yep. Why is it with kids promising to marry each other? Even if I die. Well. How do we get isekai? Is it traditional truck-kun or what? What, is it going to be train-kun? The hell? Holy shit! Holy fuck! That was way more violent. Holy fuck! Okay. I was not ready for that. I said train-kun is kind of like a joke. I didn't expect it to be genuine. Okay. That was insane. That was... Okay, sure. Who the hell was driving that bus? What the fuck happened? Like, how do you manage that? Yep, you've been isekai, my friend. OP time? I think that might have been one of the most violent isekaiings I've ever seen. Like, truck-kun's a fairly gruesome way to go, but it's not usually that graphic with it. It's usually like, and here comes the truck, and then fades black, right? Don't let me show the train embedded itself in the bus. But still. Yeah, the girl that was hitting the train also got isekai, I'm guessing. Wonder how many more got isekai from that. Apologies for that one. Year 981 of Holy Era, Kingdom Beltram, okay. And we're off in the slums. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. So it's a melding of the two minds, I guess. Hmm. So violent. Avenge Mother, okay. Hmm. Well, if it runs in the family, then sure, but... Yaruma, okay. Lovely. Isekai's violently, check. Tragic backstory, check. Hmm. Oof. Hmm. So yeah, Vanessa, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever they can find. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Magic response, okay. Holy shit. He's got a strong presence, yeah. Mm-hmm. Latent ability that he hasn't unlocked yet. Mm-hmm. It's a visual representation of your magic power. Mm-hmm. How much is it? I mean, it's probably a lot, even if it was just like 1 coin, but still. And they were bragging about greater silver, okay. Yeah, hide that. Holy shit. Hit the money, though, rather than... Oh. Well, okay. That was lucky. Who the hell is this? I'm gonna guess the girl they're looking for is probably gonna come intervening here. Oh. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Holy shit. Taking his... Yep. Nice. Oh. Oh. Mask off. The girl they're looking for, probably. Yep. Yeah. Hmm. I just believe some kid from the slums come carrying his daughter. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would do it. Mm-hmm. Yep. What? Oh, that's of course. First assumption is because it's for a girl from the slums. Sure. Ah, the privileged class. You gotta love them. Yeah, calm your nerve, girl. Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. Don't even let him finish. She's a bitch. Oof. Yeah. Don't resort to physical violence. You're both in the wrong here. There's a majesty, whatever that is. Why? That was the plan anyway. Oh, he just doesn't want to. Now it's actual order. Okay. Yeah. That was a survivor, huh? Oh, right, that was the guy that was trying to, yeah. And this is an ally. Oh. Dead man can't speak. Because it's not at all suspicious that a cloaked figure immediately walks away like that. Like, come on. Well, the old talk from torture. Yep. You bullshit, you enjoy this. I mean, he is. Well, he should be. Oh, no, you just want a false confession. That's what you want. Oh. You're the fool here, mate. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's the second princess. You do what she says, I think. Hmm. Don't get on it then. Well, it's already hit that point, unfortunately. He's already being physically hit. Yeah, you're not really getting anywhere. Oh. Yeah, you're the ones that should be beaten right now. Hmm. Corruption. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because your own. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I was just wanting help from someone who. Yeah. Well, you three are in the shits, I think. Paramagic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Audience was agreed, okay. I mean, yeah, you saved his daughter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's king and queen. Daughter. Oh, daughter, okay. Dresses up well. Still has quite a mean look in his eye, but I quite like that about him. It's music, though. It's an interesting way to get into the ED. I like that. Good ED. We have a preview for next time, I guess? Next time, the Royal Academy. We gonna have like artwork or something? Yep. Exciting bonus manga, okay. Sure, okay, sure. Okay, so that was... I mean, it was fairly generic. Like, I always feel like when I say something's, like, fairly generic, that's usually a go-to line that I use. I never really mean that as an insult to a show. Like, I don't want it to come across as that. Like, if I mean, like, oh, that was generic, like, I feel like my tone of voice can convey how I feel about that. This was fairly generic. It hit all the main story beats of isekai character, tragic backstory of the character, a promise that's been made with a friend that's probably going to play into it. I think the ED and stuff was implying that I'm guessing the girl he made the promise with ends up being that weird pink-haired chick that came to his rescue and taught him magic. I think they're kind of implying that to an extent. I don't know. And then, yeah, like, the latent magical ability that just needs to be harnessed. I'm sure that'll become OP in time or something. I mean, it hits most of the normal story beats. The typical, like, cast magic by saying an incantation. Except for him, he didn't seem to need to do it. And I'm sure maybe next episode we'll see the point where it's like, he can use, like, magic without having to say the incantation because he knows the feeling of it rather than the actual speaking of it, or it's like, that's some high-level stuff that how does this boy know? I'm sure it might hit that story narrative as well, so it's hitting things that are very much shown and done before in anime, but it's still done well. Like, I'll say that. I was engaged, I was enjoying it, I like it, I don't necessarily want to stop, necessarily. Like, it's not, like, peak of the genre or anything like that. It's not like trying to break the mold of what it means to be an isekai show. When did this start? Just out of curiosity. This was a 2015 production. Okay. 2015, huh? It had a cancelled manga and then it went on to its actual manga. Interesting. I don't know what happened with the cancelled manga. That's kind of interesting. I wonder what caused that manga to be cancelled. It was lowly rated, so I'm going to guess something was bad about it, but I don't know what. I can only assume maybe like the art or something was not up to scratch. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's just another isekai series. I think that's the best way to really put it. It's just another decent isekai series. Like I said, the train going through the bus is probably still the most gruesome isekai I think I've seen in a while. Like, can I name a more gruesome isekaiing? I don't think so, not off the top of my head. I'm sure you guys probably have that one in the back of your head that you're like, oh, this one for sure. I'm sure there was one I have even watched. But I just can't think off the top of my head another isekai that was quite so violent in the way it was handled. I guess you could say, to an extent, Reincarnated as a Slime's one, the stabbing. Because that's quite violent. To be stabbed and bleeding out. I mean, what is more violent to you? Like, what would be worse? Like, the fact being stabbed and slowly bleeding out, or being absolutely crushed by a train in a bus? I mean, I feel like the train one, you wouldn't know too much about it. Like, you'd have the shaking, and then there'd just be nothing, right? I feel like, with a train hit like that, it's lights out pretty quick, right? Whereas with the stabbing, it's like, you're conscious, you're aware of everything that's going on, you're aware of your own life failing. It's like, I feel like that's going to be more troubling to contend with, and as your life is being taken from you, and you're absolutely powerless to stop or slow it. Like, I feel like that one might be worse from that perspective, but yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. If you've seen the source material of this, let me know how it handled it. Or if you're an anime-only watcher like myself who's just found this series, please let me know your first impressions as well, because, like I said, I don't think this series has done anything special just yet, but it's still enjoyable. I quite like him as a character as well, Rio. Like, I quite like his attitude so far. It'll be interesting to see how that changes as time goes on, as he's has this audience with the king and such, so... don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 live you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.